Hey guys, what's up? Baggerino here. Today we're gonna talk about backpacks, as you can already see, and I wanna discuss it as early as possible because I see a lot of beginners who buy the backpack way too early. In most of the cases it will be either too large or too small. What will happen if it's too large? Yeah, well, they will put too much stuff in it, things they don't really need, and the backpack will be unnecessarily heavy. Or on the other hand, if it's too small, they will attach all the things that didn't fit inside anymore to the outside. And I saw the craziest things, like a tent attached to the bottom of the backpack and another thing attached to the tent, and everything was just swinging around. And yeah, you can imagine eventually it will get stuck on some things, it will rip. And yeah, the best way to avoid these problems is to wait with your purchase until you know exactly what you're gonna carry, what's the weight of it, and most importantly the volume. And also keep in mind that you have to carry food and water on most of the cases. So yeah, when you go ahead and buy a backpack, there are three main types of backpacks. First of all, we have backpacks with an external frame, which I don't own. They are pretty old school. They were the standard in like the 70s, 80s. They are the best backpack to carry huge amount of weights. And yeah, they're also pretty cheap. And I think that's the reason why I saw a lot of Boy Scouts in America who had these type of backpacks. And yeah, the main disadvantage is the pretty heavy weight of the backpack itself. And yeah, they are not very agile and you kind of look like SpongeBob SquarePants from behind. Over the time, they got replaced by backpacks with an internal frame, like these two. And yeah, they are very popular. There are hundreds and hundreds of models out there. And yeah, they can vary from pretty cheap to expensive to very expensive. This one is a very cheap one. It cost me less than 100 euros. It was the first backpack that I bought for a long distance trip in Spain. And yeah, they are pretty popular because they have a lot of features. For example, all kinds of straps that you need. Compression straps, they are really important. When the volume of your backpack decreases over time as you eat your food, the volume will decrease, and so you can adjust for it by tightening these compression straps. And by doing so, you will keep the weight of your backpack as close as possible to your bed. Then we have the load lifter straps, this one here. And yeah, they are supposed to bring the weight of the backpack towards your upper body to make it more comfortable to carry. Then we have, of course, the shoulder straps. And yeah, always look for shoulder straps that are comfortable with a thick padding, as well as a hip belt. It should be pretty thick with a good padding. And yeah, this one also has some hip stabilizers. You can tighten these to reduce the swinging of the backpack, so it's more stabilized. Then we have features like the torso length adjustment. Here you can adjust it from extra large all the way down to extra small. Nice features, but on the other hand they also add a lot of weight. Then we have the ventilation system. On this backpack it is achieved by these extra thick padding, so you have like this channel for an airflow. And yeah, in my experience they don't really work that well. There are other backpacks that have like a mesh net, and they keep the backpack pretty far away from your back, like 2 or 3 inches, which is good for ventilation. But on the other hand, you want to keep your back or the weight as close as possible to your back. So then we have, in general, lots of pockets, and I don't really like pockets with zippers because, I don't know, they get caught, sand gets in it, and they're pretty heavy. So I try to avoid zippers on my backpacks. Then always watch out for the pockets where they are placed, so you can grab your water bottle, for example, while you are hiking, and you don't have to put the backpack down to get the water bottle. Make sure they are deep enough so it doesn't fall out. Then most of the backpacks, they are top loaders, which means you can put your stuff from the top in it, and then you have to watch out in which order you put them in. So for example, I always put my sleeping bag at the very bottom because I just need it at camp time, and everything that I need frequently I put it on the very top. This bag also has a front load compartment, for example for a sleeping bag or something, and it's a nice feature, but in the end, if you know how to pack your backpack, it's not really necessary. What else? Okay, pretty important actually, the suspension. So the suspension, it will transfer all the weight or most of the weight down to your hips, and you wanna achieve a weight ratio of 80% on your hips and 20% of the weight on your shoulders to make it pretty comfortable. And this backpack, for example, it has like a U-shaped metal thingy inside, which is also adjustable, and the sturdier the suspension is, the better it can transfer the weight on your hips, which is very important. And on the other hand, we have backpacks without any suspension. It's just a super simple backpack without any additional features or things you don't need. Because of that, it is extremely lightweight and also less expensive. So this one cost me about 180, maybe $200. This one was maybe 250-ish, but I gotta say this one is a lot more comfortable than this one, which I carried on the Appalachian Trail. And it all comes down to transferring the weight down on your hips. Actually, I used my sleeping pad or sleeping bag dress, the Thermarest, and I put it inside my backpack. I have an extra pocket here, and that gives the backpack a little bit of stability. Some folks who sleep on like these closed cell foam pads, they roll the pads into a cylinder form and frame the backpack with it, so it gets extra stability. For me, this worked pretty good. I also had some padding on my bag, but you also have to watch out how you put or how you pack your backpack, because that one day I didn't pay attention to this little valve, and it was really annoying because it was poking into my bag. And after an hour or so, I was so annoyed I had to unpack the whole stuff and then adjust it, and after that I could keep moving. So small mistakes, they get punished pretty fast. So what else? This durability. Just because this is a lightweight backpack, it doesn't mean that it's less durable than one of these heavier backpacks. You should pay close attention to the maximum weight that the manufacturer recommends. This is rated for, I think, 25 pounds. And most of the time I was within this limit. There were some occasions when I carried a lot of food, and on the first day or two I was above this weight limit. So yeah, there are some spots here, some threads that are ripped. No big deal, you can fix it pretty easily. But yeah, always keep in mind this weight limit. They tend to be a lot higher with backpacks with an internal frame. These are most likely rated up to 35 or 40 pounds. And yeah, even though they are rated higher, it doesn't mean you should carry more weight, because in the end 40 pounds is 40 pounds and it's pretty uncomfortable to carry. Yeah, what else wanted I to mention? If you try to save weight, don't start at the backpack. Always look for a backpack that is really comfortable, and yeah, everything else is less important. So yeah, I think this was it. If you have any questions, then don't hesitate to post them in the comments below. Maybe I will make a video out of it, or I will just answer it in the comments. Yeah. Alright, I'm done. Until next video, see you later.